Yes, man, as usual, you know what I mean? I gotta do my thing regardless of what. I gotta do my thing, man. Anyway, this evening, as usual, is me, Hudson George. My topic this evening is it, it seems to, is it, asking a question, is it that some Grenadians in frontline politics are suffering from political dementia? Now, I know dementia is a thing what does make people forget. And if you have stress, you might tend to forget too. Or if you had a concussion, or something happened, or if your memory just do good, right? So if you're in frontline politics and you can't remember your political activism in the past, something is wrong with you. Yeah, something gotta be wrong with you. So this is why I'm asking the question, is it some Grenadians in frontline politics are suffering from political dementia? Now, persons in frontline politics, or people, persons or people, how would I say, in frontline politics, when they change the political way of advocating for change, they must realize that the things they say in the past as political advocates, some people will remember it and some people might forget it. But those who remember it will always tell them or remind them of the political advocacy or activism. Now, then you have a next set again. They want to curse you, the black man. You, the black man, they cursing you. And this is the same people, because you oppose them, they will try to curse you as a black man. Well, black people are good looking as white people. You want not to believe that, right? Because so a lot of black people are ashamed to come forward and politically because they're afraid other black people will curse them. On colonized blacks and people of other race will curse them. Well, you're black. The physical features of a black person is the same, not the same like a Caucasian or Oriental or a mixed race person, right? So if you're black and you're cursing an ex-black person for politics, you're an idiot. You're stupid. Or if you're mixed race, or you Grenadian white, or you could pass for white, or we don't have a lot of Oriental in Grenada yet, so I could say that. Anyway, why I'm saying some Grenadians have political dementia, it appears. Some people want to be in frontline politics, but when politics change, they change. You know, go into politics and keep changing your political alliances and your political message over and over. This is not Soca Monarch Night. In soca music, every year you sing a different tune. Or if you're going in calypso competition, every year you compose new tracks. The soca song you win with last year, you won't sing it this year. So if you had a good song, it remain popular. People who don't have dementia go remember the song. You sing a good song. And you go call it nice vintage music after 50 years. You make a good tune for life. Well, it's the same thing. Your political behavior in the past will reflect on you today, just like somebody who make a good song or somebody who did something real bad years ago. People go remember it. Or somebody that did something real good, people go remember it. Memories don't live like people do. They always stay with you, whether the days are good or bad. Everybody know that song. So those of you, if you want to curse me for my political views, you could curse me. And when you're in social media and you're cursing people, you are coward, because if you can't put your real name to curse somebody, you're cursing a black man. Grenadians, black people are there. Some of us are big nose, thick lips, dark skin, right? Some are flat nose, but they're black. Some might be Coca-Cola black. Some like black like that. And some might be in between, right? So when you can't get your political way and you want to curse a black man, we black man in the Caribbean, we come from West Africa. And I wanted to come out in the Congo and somewhere in Central Africa, a small amount. But we all come from the coast of Africa. Right? So, now, you talk there. I remember years ago, now all countries supposed to have a diplomatic relationship with other countries, right? Because it is said when the late Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau signed diplomatic relationship with some countries that Canada didn't have relationship with. The Americans say he was a communist. And we were always taught in school that at the time, the American wasn't too happy with him. And then after they changed their mind, they will all go after him. But then after they changed their mind. I don't want to go into details. So Pierre Trudeau opened up diplomatic relationship with all countries in the world. But Canada is a part of G7 or G7 countries, they're part of it. And they're part of the NATO alliances with America, Canada, and them European countries, right? They are capitalist countries still. But Pierre Trudeau signed diplomatic relationship with all different countries, right? Now, I see on Facebook where the present government Prime Minister go to China and maybe he attack with the Chinese and maybe something might come, we might see some project going up. What, we building a highway or is it we go get the port in Sutter's fix or the waterfront in Sutter's, with all the sea erosion. What is on the agenda with the Prime Minister trip? Right? I don't know, right? But what I'm saying right now is a lot of people in politics frontline politics seems to have political dementia, or they behaving as. So I'm asking the question. There are people who are in the revolution and now they're playing Democrats into party politics and ting. And when those of us who know how wicked these people were, when we say don't give them power, they are the surrogates who this guy is to curse him. Okay. Then now, you have the government now go to China. So maybe they sign seal deals, sign seal. We're looking to see what go deliver. I don't have no problem in that. Now, the people who making it look like a big story, which is a big story for Grenada, some of them are the same people who demonstrating against foreign investors in Grenada. And they were calling things like the stadium, NNP build the stadium. I remember a lot of them, those days we used to be on Spice Island Tuck Shop. They says National Stadium was artificial development, plastic development, they call it. The cruise ship terminal was plastic development or artificial development. Right? That's what they say. Some of them used to say Grenada don't need big hotel and all them things. I don't making up that. I ain't making it up. So now, if you bravo, the present Prime Minister go to China. Now, if I say the NNP bring the Chinese in Grenada, no, you will say, oh, I'm an NNP for saying that. And when I talk about the past political activism, they go say me is an NNP. Or some of them might want to curse me. So, this is why I'm asking, do we have people in frontline politics suffering from political dementia? That's my question. There are also newspaper clips we could pull up to show all these people when they were demonstrating, who was friends of the earth, who was environmentalists and all them things in politics. I never had placard demonstrating for nothing. I just say my thing, you know what I mean? And you want to cuss me, you want to cuss me. Yes, I'm a black man. Big lips, big nose. You go, Nigeria have 225 million people. Most of them look like me. So I represent. So those of you, if you are a Dougla person between East Indian and African, you might look like Somalian and Ethiopian, or people in, on the horn of Africa. Because that's why there's people mixed with Asian and African over there, right? But me, I'm original from the West Africa coast still, right? So maybe you understand. So anyway, and then you have other people there, the other physical looks based on the DNA or the outward appearances, because your outward appearances might and your DNA mightn't look the same. There are people who could be 20%, 15% of our other race, but you could look 100% looking black. Or some people, they might have look Caucasian and they could have some African blood too. Because the other day I was watching a video where they say the guy who found Motown, what recording all the music in Detroit. I was watching a document, and Barry Gordy is second cousin to Jimmy Carter. So Barry Gordy have white family and black family. So he related to some white people that is Jimmy Carter family. Right? So that doesn't mean Jimmy Carter does not have black blood or black genes, but Barry Gordy had white ancestors, white genes. So he related to President Carter, the late President Carter, right? So, okay, going back to my topic. Now, I don't want to dwell on saying the same thing all the time. Politics in Grenada is facts and grapes, right? It's facts and grapes. When the fox tried to pick some grapes, but he couldn't catch it. He said the grapes sour. So all you guys now who behaving like if you have political dementia, you guys was anti-Chinese coming to Grenada. And when I talk about CBI long time, they laugh me. And when your government still selling passport, I never say nothing. Because I was saying nothing is wrong in selling passport. But when I said that, I was the stupidest person to say that. And he's selling still. Now, okay. That's why I say a lot of people are political. They're behaving like they are political dementia. PRG messed up public servants' pension plan. They go to court, they win. The NNP, former NNP didn't want to pay all the money one time. The NDC in opposition said they go pay the money. Right? When they came to power, they pay the money. Now they go back in parliament and they craft laws and they draft laws, craft laws, and make it into law. But the new pension plan they create now is not different from what the PRG did. According to the constitution, the PRG is an illegal government based on our constitution. So what they do, they use democracy to destroy democracy. They say Hitler had said that. I never read it, but all the time people say Hitler said he's going to use the democracy to destroy, because Hitler was a dictator, right? But he was elected by the people once or twice or more, I don't know how many times. So when you talk about all those things, these people want to beat up on you. You understand? And them all rebel guys now, they think people afraid them. I always tell them that already. I live long enough already. I don't really scared of nobody. I do in my life. And if they feel they have political dementia too, well, what's in the political dementia? When I do my podcast or whatever it is, I pick a topic, I talk. I don't disrespect people. When I do my podcast, I don't intend to. But one thing I could tell them, I move with space and time. So when they move up in a space, I'm moving up in this space too. You know, a plane does fly with the pockets, drop up and down. So this is why I'm asking them if they are political dementia in Grenada. We Grenadians, we do easy. And all of you who cussing black people like me, all you want power to say all you representing black man like me, to talk about reparation and go and sit down in big conference talking about black man liberation and reparation. You're asking for reparation for black people, but you're cussing me as a black man. What kind of doom thing is that? That Japanese. You understand? All you don't use black man struggle to suit to feel your personal ambition. And me as a black man will never support you guys who want to use black people to be on top black people, to use them as resources, to represent them in big conferences all over the world and, oh, you for black people. And black people who don't support you, you cussing them what they look like. Or your agents cussing them. You guys, what kind of nonsense is that? Paro's in Facebook cussing people, cussing me, cussing Mr. Michael Baptiste, cussing everybody. And this is the same people come and go and tell you tomorrow about black people's struggle and we progressive. All you want to use black people to get what all you want. But you see, black man like me, I don't need dreadlocks to prove a black. I born black, I look black. A black. You understand? I could go in Ghana and fit in. You see Ghana taking people. I could go to Gambia and fit in. People just go over there. I might have a tribe, but I could go home. So, my little life this evening is, some of you think we Grenadians have political Alzheimer's. Bro, there is one thing in me. I always tell people that already. I never cram a book in life. I never did a lot of homework in school days. Never did a lot of homework. I was not a disciplined student. I learned by keywords. And I could be a good writer, and when I read, I could be a scrap writer. Because when I write stuff, my best writing is when I write it in scrap, anyhow. And the day Hudson say, I will clean up that scrap and make it something nice. Because right now I have some small books of poetry and all kind of thing that are the copyright, and I write them in scrap. They need editing. I'm hoping to fix them up later in the future. Scrappy. Looking in a way, you know. That is my next project. So, and when I'm ready, I could be nice and sweet on myself when I want to do it good, because you see, and if I want, I could draw to you. So don't ask this black man. Don't ask this black man. And as I tell all you already, I live long enough already. You understand? Every Grenadian my age is supposed to be a walking dictionary. And if you want to tell your story, you tell your story. You don't want to tell your story, and you want to dead it. Or if you afraid to come forward and be a part of society because you're afraid other people might harm you, or they might try to verbally attack you, then you are a loser. You surrender to them. You have to come forward, man. You understand? So, those of you in frontline politics who think pretending or maybe all you have political Alzheimer's, all you must check a political doctor. And you know who is the political doctors? People who listen all you in the past. People who know all you in the past and listen to all you in the past know all you. So, this is why I'm asking the question. Is it some Grenadian in frontline politics are suffering from political dementia? Anyway. Politics is power. Voters are resources. This black man Hudson, Mr. Black Man, nobody using me as resources for power. Just like that. If I'm in Grenada, I'll vote, perhaps. Yeah. I just vote. I live in Canada, I just vote. But maybe this election coming, I won't vote in Canada. But it's more than a year now, 2 years, I was telling other black people, Mr. Trudeau had to go, he don't good. But you know, black people already, they still like Trudeau. They still like Trudeau. I did give up on Trudeau a long time. Now I see Trudeau going. So it's same in Grenada politics. We must question politicians, and then some people, they always say some people like what they hate. I always hear people saying, what was envy? Envy closed the door of the bounty. That was a saying. Who was Captain Bligh and the bounty? The bounty was a ship, I think. And I see all people saying envy closes the door of the bounty. I don't know the real truth behind it. But I know the facts and the grapes. You might go down the road, you see a lady and you like her and you start chatting out. And next man or the lady might pass and say, boy, don't bother that lady, boy. She must have some STD. You don't go back, next thing you see the guy pick up the girl and he go in with her. You say, oh shit, too late. Well, that's Grenada politics. People oppose things when they don't have power. Give them power. They love what they hate. These are those people who are asking if they are political dementia. America invade Grenada. We were heading into a one-party state. A lot of people who are in the revo, and the revo get rid of. I'm not talking about gold people now. People who are in the revo, and the revolution, and them had problem with the revolution, just didn't want them. You know what was the thing they said? The revo slogan was these people lost their space in the Grenadian, the new society. I always remember that. There was one guy, he made 20-something years in jail in the revolution for what happened. And he was a top man in the revolution. He was a top security man. And once, in 1980, when the revolution was stinging up, he went on Radio Free Grenada and said, all people who had the revolution had problem with, they lost their place in society. So how can persons who lost their place in society during the revolution, some went to jail, some ran away, some was in Grenada during the revolution. How come you expect most of them going to want to support you politically? They can't. Not those who think like me. I can think for other people. Everybody has their own mind. Right? And as a black man, a Grenadian black man, I have all the rights in Grenada. My ancestors come to Grenada under the ship. Like sardine. They didn't come over the ship. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, more Grenadians must do like me. Do podcasts. Get a Facebook page and ask for what you want in Grenada. Now, our next one again, they mad with me for. Or if they didn't read the history, they have political dementia on that one too. During slavery, places like St. Paul's, Mardi Gras, Montjalou, and the tongue of St. George was militia for the British. When I say that, they say I'm crazy. But in the history book, so if Hudson Judge is saying, no, I say in my thing, that I find this government is too close in St. Paul's. Am I wrong to say that? Based on historical events of the past. And watching what the government is, who is advising the government. If I talk about that, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. You can sue me for that. Anyway, I gone, till I come again. I gone. All you could vex with me if all you want. I don't have political dementia. If all you have it, or all you pretending all you have, that's all your problem. I gone till I come again.